¿Qué onda, vatos locos? It's your boy Dave in the 702 coming back at you on a Thursday night football edition of Tailgate Talk NFL Week 12. I'll fix that little banner up in just a second. All the way from the city of brotherly love, Philly Irish, Drew Evo. Que pasa, man? Hope you're feeling better.
I feel like shit.
Y'all hear it, man. It's flu season. It's cold season. Whether you're on the East Coast or you're out here on the West Coast, the weather is changing. Shit's quickly and stuff's going around, man. And to be honest, Drew, I don't know. I'm starting to feel a little tinkle in my nose too, man. I hope I don't come down with nothing. But I hope you get well soon, man, because I know you got to go back to work as soon as possible. But let's talk about this football game right now, Drew. Unbelievable. For those of you just joining us that are watching the Thursday night football game, I couldn't believe it. When I stopped watching the game, the Browns were way ahead. And wow, have things changed. And unbelievable snow, Drew. Like, the 49ers, my team is on their way to Green Bay. I'm going to have some news on who's hurt and who's not. And shout out to Sin City Syndicate. The Steelers look like they're going to win this game, 19-18. They scored 13 points in the fourth quarter since I've stopped watching the game. It's unbelievable. It was unbelievable to think that the Cleveland Browns were going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 8-2. But Winston, man, my God, Winston with that do it himself, just run right into the end zone. Awesome game. And by the way, you could see from the snow and whatnot that winner's here, guys. Winner is here. What's the score? Am I behind Sin City Syndicate? It says 19-18 Steelers. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Unbelievable turn of events. F1, if you're into racing, Drew, F1 just started. The unofficial, I think, practice run is happening right now as I speak in Las Vegas. But if you ask locals, Drew, people are fucking annoyed. They can't believe we let this dumb race come back to Las Vegas. And from what I'm hearing from some locals that work at the casino, it's empty. It's dead. It's completely dead. There's nobody gambling. There's no big whales. I don't know. When's the city going to grow some balls and say it's time to renegotiate this stupid 10-year race deal that they got? Who's it benefiting? For one thing, I don't drive to the Strip at all. I don't go there October, November. I stopped visiting as soon as the construction starts. I don't go anywhere near the Strip. So hopefully they'll reevaluate it. We'll see if you guys are into F1. The practice race is on its way. Saturday night, 10 o'clock is the official race. But I can't wait till that shit go away. Yeah, Sin City. Last year was a ghost town too. They say everyone's saying it's a fucking ghost town right now. And if you're into downtown, which I am, I want to go, but I don't know. There's a huge concert this weekend. So at least there's a free concert if you're in town and you don't have the money to like these rich people do to go see F1, Drew. But let's talk some football. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate it. Thursday night football. We'll keep tabs on this game, Drew, real quick. They're almost down to the 2-minute marker. So, let's get on with Sunday's games. Friday, I'm all discombobulated here. Sunday morning, Drew, Detroit Lions, the absolute best team, in my opinion, in the NFL. If we were to do our power rankings right now, give me your power rankings really quick, your top 5 teams.
I'll go Detroit 1. I'll go Kansas City 2. No, matter of fact, no. I'll go Buffalo 2. I go Philadelphia 3. Kansas City 4. And I'll go Pittsburgh 5.
Okay, typically the spreads, you would think Detroit Lions, for as many points as they're putting up lately, it's over 50.5 points. 50.5 is the over. The under is 50.5. The spread, Detroit Lions favored by 7.5. That's according to DraftKings as of this morning. And that's not the biggest spread this weekend. That biggest spread is going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs against the god-awful Carolina Panthers. But Drew, how many points are they putting up? Are you feeling good to say that they're going to score 40-plus on Indianapolis Colts? Anthony Richardson is the quarterback for the Colts this Sunday. Does it matter against such a powerhouse like Detroit right now?
No, it doesn't. It's probably going to be It's probably going to be, they're not going to score 50, but they might score like maybe 30, 35 on them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Were you going
Yeah.
with the spread? You got to say Detroit covered the spread?
Yeah.
All right. That's a safe and easy bet. Sin City Syndicate says Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Steelers, Rams. That's his top 5 power rankings. The Rams have definitely improved, but we're going to talk about the NFC West because currently 3 teams are basically tied for the number 2 spot and a major NFC showdown that the 49ers had an opportunity, Drew, last weekend to put themselves in a position to be right up there with the Cardinals. And they blew it. They blew their 3rd game of the season in the 4th quarter. It's absolute disastrous season for the 49ers. They literally should be 8-2. Richard Sherman knows this. So many former 49ers know they should be 8-2. And somehow Sin City Syndicate puts the Rams up in here. Shout out to Fonzie619. He says, "What's up, everyone?" And the Chargers are doing damn good with Harbaugh. Hey, this weekend, Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. How about that for a coaching battle? The 3rd time the brothers meet. That's going to be a damn interesting game. Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. Shout out to all the Chargers fans out there. All right, so we covered Detroit Lions versus Indianapolis Colts. Let's go to the potentially the second best team in the NFL. If I was to give you my power rankings, the Kansas City Chiefs against the god-awful Carolina Panthers. This is the biggest spread Sunday at 10.5 points in favor of Kansas City Chiefs. Over is 43. That's interesting. Because I feel like this is a game where Kansas City could put a lot of points up, and maybe, they did recently lose to the Bills. Maybe Carolina can score 10 points.
I'll go Chiefs money line.
Chiefs on the money line, 10.5 points. So I think they should be able to cover that spread. I think actually I'm going to personally go for over 43 points. Let me just quickly check. Sin City Syndicate says the Browns are going to break his heart. Let's look at the score really quick. We had a 2-minute marker there. 19-18 Cleveland Browns. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a scrappy team that I enjoy playing, Drew. Watching, excuse me. And to be honest, I don't think that their record really is representative of how much effort and how well they play at times. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New York Giants. Tampa Bay favored by 6 points. The New York Giants suddenly find themselves with a new quarterback that everybody's talking about. And he's a Guido, apparently. He's an Italian. You heard about him?
Yeah.
What's his name again? I'm looking for his name.
Tommy DeVito?
Yeah, that's it. Tommy DeVito. Looking for a savior for the New York Giants, Drew. And I'm not sure why I got all my notes messed up. By the way, guys, Drew and I both passed out after dinner somehow. I don't know. I was drinking tequila for dinner, and that didn't mix well for doing a show. New York Giants got a chance. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm picking Tampa.
Yeah, I think they're so scrappy. But I am enjoying this new quarterback, Tommy DeVito. And I do wonder if he's going to be able to right the ship for the New York Giants and put some teams away finally towards the end of the season. Very exciting that they got somebody at the quarterback position that they can rally behind, that New York can rally behind. All right, after that, we got the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 7.5 points. What can the Dolphins do? They've fallen way down. They've got their quarterback now, Tua. New England Patriots, they've got that quarterback that's suddenly kind of making some pretty decent plays, Drew. This is kind of a pick'ems game. Do you favor Tua in this game?
I will pick the Patriots. I'll pick the Dolphins.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Patriots versus Dolphins. Wow. Patriots are 3-8. Is that right? They've already played 11 games, and the Dolphins 4-6. What do you guys think? Patriots versus the Dolphins. I'm going to go for the upset on this one. I'm going to go with the Patriots on the upset for that. Paul, the king of upsets in the chat, also says the Pats. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm going to go with them. Dallas Cowboys, wow. I mean, how bad is their season going to get, Drew? Washington Commanders are now no longer in first place in your division. They're still a great team. They're favored by 10.5 points. I said earlier the Chiefs had the biggest spread. They also have the exact same spread. Washington Commanders versus the god-awful Dallas Cowboys, and they still don't want to put in their third-string quarterback, Trey Lance, who was the 49ers' first-round pick. Why? I don't know why. You might as well try and see what Trey Lance did. You guys got him there. You took him from the 49ers. Anybody else think that they should give Trey Lance an opportunity this weekend? Maybe try him half the game? I got the Commanders easily covering the spread, 10.5 points. If you're interested, it's over 45, under 45. What about you, Drew?
I'll take the Commanders.
All right. The Dallas Cowboys are out of pity, says Paul. Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. Houston versus Dallas last week, of course. Texans are favored by 8 points. We're getting to that point in the season, Drew, where we got to see if these quarterbacks are reliable guys like C.J. Stroud. Are they going to play and get red hot? What do you think about this game, Texans? Do you like what you see from C.J. Stroud?
Yeah, he's doing all he can to win.
Now, interesting enough, the Titans, you think, God, these are the teams that are absolutely bottom of the power rankings. They're 2-8. The Browns are putting up a hell of a game, Also 2-8. It's towards that point of the season where if you're not on your P's and Q's, a team like the Browns or a team like the Titans could just potentially upset you. But I don't see that happening. I do see Houston Texans. I'm going to go with over 40 points on this one right here. All right. Thanks a lot, guys, that are joining us. Make sure you hit that like button so we keep doing Tailgate Talk and we keep hearing from you guys about what you guys like to see. And really, you could talk about whatever you want in this chat. If you guys want to talk about any other sport, hell, I don't care, man. Let's do it. All right. Let's moving on here. Titans versus Texans. We did that. This is an interesting game. Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. The Vikings had a 2-game, they went on a 2-game losing streak, and now they're suddenly on a 3-game winning streak, right? They're only favored by 3.5 points. And if the weather is going to be any indication of how bad the weather is right now as we're watching this game Thursday Night Football, could some storms be headed to the Midwest, to the upper Midwest area?
I still pick Minnesota. I think Chicago's Caleb Williams sucks.
Yeah, last week Caleb Williams was actually playing, I thought, a little bit better, a little bit like he's playing without fear of missing some passes, but I can't see him beating the 8-2. Again, the Vikings are on a 3 straight game win streak, and like you said, Drew, the Bears they're 4-6. They're not as bad as they appear on paper, but there's teams that are better, like the Buccaneers that are 4-6. All right, sorry about putting up that graphic, guys. Shout out to my boy Speech Impediment Man, big fan of the Vikings. Did you guys watch the video? If you've watched the video I did on the Blue Ox in Las Vegas, drop me a comment. Let me know what you like. I've been getting some requests from people who say, "Hey, you did a lot of Mexican food. Show us a lot of that American food. Let's talk. Let's show some fucking American food restaurants." And I think that I'm going to be doing a lot more of that too on the channel. Drop me a comment on the Vegas food vlogs on my channel, on the channel. All right, moving on. Shout out to Max Ryder. He says, take the 3.5. Appreciate you in here. All right, Denver Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Spread is -6. This game's at 1:05 p.m., Drew. Denver Broncos versus, and you know what? Bo Nix, incredible. Last week's game was incredible. This dude, Bo Nix, threw over 300 yards, if I remember correctly. He's playing unbelievable. He's actually probably the hottest rookie quarterback in all of the NFL now, surpassing Daniels. He went, 38 points they put up against 6 against Atlanta, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. Are the Broncos at 6-5 a top favorite to be a wild card team?
They could. They got the defense to do it.
They definitely do. And let's see, Fonzie619 says Broncos versus Raiders. Both teams suck. Hey, this dude Bo Nix played incredible, 38 points last week. I don't think they suck anywhere like you think they do. I think the Raiders are going to get their ass whooped this Sunday. Denver Broncos over 41 points, Drew. Which one would you go for here? The spread, -6, or over 41?
I'll take the money line, the Broncos.
I'm very interested if Las Vegas Raiders, the defense, can get to Bo Nix. That's going to be very interesting if they can get to him. I'm going to say that the over 41 points looks really good. Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, definitely one of my favorite rookie quarterbacks. I'm keeping my eye on homeboy. All right, Drew, this game means a lot. The next two games mean a lot to me out here in the NFC West. Let me know if you guys are fans of the NFC West, if there's any Niner fans, Rams fans, Cardinals fans. Oh, man. Drew, I mentioned last week the 49ers dropped the ball again in the fourth quarter. They should have had that game in the bag, beating the Seahawks, and now we're in a three-way second-place tie with the Seahawks, with the Rams, and Cardinals are in first place. The 49ers injury report today, Brock Purdy had to leave practice with a busted shoulder. He's got some severe soreness in his throwing shoulder. Had to leave the game. That's a horrible sign. Most 49er fans are freaking out. Nick Bosa, who left the game in the fourth quarter, also dubious to play this Sunday. Trent Williams, also dubious to play. It's looking really bad for the 49ers right now. They are not favored to win. They've been favored to win and blown 3 games where they were the favored. This time, Green Bay Packers, we're going into their backyard, and it looks like it's going to be another cold one, and it looks like there's going to be snow. Without Brock Purdy, without some big stars on the team. And let's mention Christian McCaffrey is not playing like the running back of 2023 season, the one that got them to the Super Bowl. Christian McCaffrey, they're relying entirely way too much on him when they've got a rookie in Guerrero. They've got Mason, who put up incredible numbers early in the year. Y'all going to break down McCaffrey if you keep using him. You're going to put him right back on the injured reserve list. Wake up, guys. I can't take the 49ers, Drew. I'm going to say Packers to cover the spread this Sunday, unfortunately. How about you?
Packers in a blowout.
Max Ryder also says Green Bay, take that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's a sad state of affairs. I will be checking, but if Purdy's out, it's just safe to say. Who knows? Maybe the backup quarterback will do something, but I'd rather see Purdy in there using all his weapons if they're healthy. But Bosa not being on defense is a big deal. The defense just isn't there this year for the 49ers, Drew. The next game after that, also at 1:25 p.m. for the NFC West. Big deal. Shout out to all the Arizona Cardinals fans. Shout out to Derek Ware out there and Finney the Legend. 1:25 p.m. Cardinals versus Seahawks. It's a battle for first place in the NFC West. 49ers absolutely need to win their game against Green Bay Packers, and we absolutely need the Cardinals to drop this game against the Seahawks. But the way Murray is playing, for some reason, DraftKings has the Seattle Seahawks -1 favorite. The over is 47.5 points. If I'm correct, Geno didn't even score a touchdown. I think he beat the 49ers without scoring a touchdown. So how the fuck do you guys think when Cardinals quarterback is so much, and Murray gets the job done so much better, that he's not the favorite? I definitely don't agree with this one, Drew. I'm going against that spread. I'm picking the Cardinals to win on Sunday. What about you?
I'm picking the Cardinals.
Hey, Fonzie, I appreciate you, man. Stay safe out there on the roads. Everybody who might be listening in a car or later on, you're picking the Cardinals to stay on top of the NFC West?
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the NFC West, Drew, here's another team tied, like I just said, right? The Rams are tied in the NFC West with the 49ers. We're all sitting at 5-5 against your team, the Philadelphia Eagles, that are suddenly getting red hot. You guys got a top 10 offense, top 10 defense. You are favored by just 2.5 points. Why?
I'm taking the Eagles in the spread.
Seems too easy, right? 2.5 points. Come on, you guys are going to win this by a field goal or more easily, right?
Nah, we're gonna probably win this. I told somebody we're gonna win 35-17.
All right, there we go. Paul, king of upsets, says Rams. Drew, he's the king of upsets. Paul, I wish you could put some money up. I wish you guys could actually bet and do something. Or I should have my phone line up. That'd be great to have a call. But Paul's going against the Eagles. I find it hard to believe that the Eagles are going to drop this one to the Rams. Even though the Rams do have a lot more of their weapons back healthy, I don't see it. Max Ryder also says Philly. Take Philly.
Can Tom obey?
That's a great game to watch. I'm going to be interested in watching that one too on Sunday. A lot of teams, 6 teams on bye this week. That's why we're almost to the end of the show. It's going to be a quick one, guys. Next Monday night, Baltimore Ravens versus the LA Chargers. The battle of the brothers. But before we get to that, let me just quickly check the score. Who do we have winning this game? What's going on with the game, guys? Unfucking believable. Unreal. The Cleveland Browns 2-8 are about to drop the Steelers to 8-3 with just 23 seconds left. 3rd and 1 at Pittsburgh 45. Unbelievable. I missed an amazing fourth quarter. Shout out to all of you who have the game on right now. Steelers. Wow. Can they do something? Can they get a Hail Mary up there? Browns. I called it. Who called it? Paul called it. I can't believe a team 2-8 beats the Steelers. Well, it's not the end. Yeah, it's the Snow Wiley Coyote. Shout out to you. Yeah, it's an amazing game to watch. It makes you feel like the holidays are upon us, and they literally are. It's about to be Thanksgiving. I can't believe it. Monday night, this game should be a banger. The battle of the two brothers, the Harbaughs. LA Chargers, Fonzie was just in here. They're playing fantastic ball now. They really are. 7-3. They've got one of the best defenses. Ravens 7-4. Lamar Jackson at times seems really, really vulnerable. And Justin Herbert, in my opinion, is the one playing better ball. But what about you guys? What do you guys think? Let's talk about Monday Night Football. We'll probably go on the air. Well, you know what's funny, Drew, is that there's no boxing really this weekend except Friday night. If you're into some smaller club shows, they got OTX boxing Friday night. They've got that 154-pound tournament without the big names. Brandon Adams, I think his name is Brandon Adams. He beat the Bohacek. He's the one guy that knocked out Bohacek. He might win that whole tournament. Other than that, there's no boxing to talk about next Monday. We just got to make up content if we're going to do our shoe shine. So, Ravens versus the Chargers. Ravens are favored by 2.5 points. Can Herbert pull off the upset? The over 51 points. Y'all, they think that this is going to be a high-scoring game next Monday night.
I don't know. The Chargers' defense gives up the least amount of points.
They really do. They're great. Under Jim Harbaugh. Right now, I'm telling you, there's some Niner fans right now wishing that Jim Harbaugh was out here with the 49ers again.
And the Ravens are dead last in pass defense. The Harbaugh in pass defense. I'm picking the Chargers to win. I'll take the plus, whatever it is.
Plus 2.5 for the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers as well, Drew. And actually, I think this game might be under 51 points. You could easily go with that. What about you guys in the chat? The two brothers, who's coming out victorious? Shout out to Fonzie, who was in here, Charger Nation. I like the Chargers in this game. And now we're really going to see who the top teams are as we approach the end of the season rapidly. It's unbelievable. There's an interesting game that I just found about. The Chiefs are playing the Raiders on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. On Black Friday, the Chiefs are playing the Raiders. That's an interesting game. And a little bit of news, guys. I was listening to the news just now before doing the show, and it turns out that both Kelsey and Mahomes have been burglarized in their incredible mansions by that South American gang. Literally, the South American gang that Trump's, hey, shout out to everybody that voted for Trump. He says he's going to deport the criminals. They literally broke into Travis Kelce's house and Mahomes and busted up his house and stole all this shit. On top of that, the same gang is now responsible for an NBA player's house. I think in Milwaukee, they broke into his house and stole hundreds of thousands of it's unbelievable. To think, as much as I dislike Mahomes, I've had my house broken into in California, guys. And there's nothing worse, no worse feeling than having your privacy invaded. And the feeling that you aren't even home you're not even safe in your own home. There's no worse feeling than having a robbery occur in your house. There really isn't. So I feel for Travis Kelce and Mahomes, but with all the money they got, it's time to step it up. You're going to have to hire someone to stand outside your house. I don't care how big that mansion is. If you got that money, you're going to have to hire somebody out there, Drew. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable that this shit is going on. Paul says, I joked that one of the Klitschko brothers should box Jake. At this point, everybody's talking about boxing Jake. Unbelievable. Unreal, guys. It's been fun, guys. Let's just check the game. It should have ended by now.
It's over.
Final score, 24-19. 6 seconds left, or it's over. I'm on a delay. Congratulations to everybody that thought the Cleveland Browns would win. If you guys liked Tailgate Talk, guys, we'll be back next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. Make sure you check out my community page and keep the notifications on. I appreciate everybody that was in here tonight. Drew's not feeling well. I'm about to lose what's left of my voice. You got Formula F1. Shout out to everybody who will be out here this week for the F1. Any final thoughts on football this week?
I can't think of anything.
All right. I appreciate everybody. Monday night, the shoes shine. Try to get some new content up on this channel. For if you guys like the Vegas content, the Vegas vlogs, I'll be trying to put together one for next Friday. And of course, we got Tailgate Talk, man. It's football season. It's cold. Everybody stay safe and have a blessed weekend. Peace out, everybody.